Hello, everyone, and thank you for this invitation and this opportunity to share with you at the SDG Finance Summit a little bit of what we're doing in Colombia to strengthen our impact ecosystem. My name is Francisco Noguera. I am the CEO of iNNpulsa, the government agency in charge of our entrepreneurship and innovation agenda. What I will do in the next few minutes is share a little bit of what we do at iNNpulsa, what we have done, the way we're planning our next decade, and specifically the actions that we're taking to strengthen our impact ecosystem. I would like to share a few slides and a brief presentation with you. And again, thank you for this opportunity to share and to highlight and to build with you the agenda going forward for iNNpulsa and our impact ecosystem. We like to think of Colombia as an impact nation that is putting entrepreneurship and innovation at the service of a sustainable development agenda. What we do, and as I was mentioning, from iNNpulsa as the innovation and entrepreneurship agency, is first promote a friendly environment and a regulatory framework that turns Colombia into an entrepreneurship and innovation hub. We strengthen the entrepreneurship culture and mentality in our country. We connect entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystems in Colombia's regions and around the world internationally. We also promote financing alternatives for entrepreneurship in various sectors and in various stages of maturity. We scale companies through innovation and incorporate innovation tools into the conversation about growth in Colombia. And we also accelerate the growth of high impact entrepreneurs. We are about to turn 10. iNNpulsa is an agency that was created in 2012. In the first 10 years, we have worked to establish a narrative and to strengthen the ecosystem for entrepreneurship and innovation. We have promoted the creation of public policies for entrepreneurship in our country. And in the next decade, what we also call the decade of action, we hope to steer iNNpulsa and the entrepreneurship ecosystem in the direction of the goals that we're setting for our country in terms of sustainable development, and specifically in terms of the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals agenda. In order to do that, we are consolidating an idea of an impact ecosystem, and we're bringing together 3 pillars with some key partners that include UNDP in this agenda. The first of these pillars is everything related to the establishment of B corporations, or what we call here in Colombia, big corporations, that is purpose-driven companies. We are already the country in the world with the highest number of purpose-driven companies, with more than 1,000 companies established under this regime. We're also promoting an ecosystem that is aligned with the SDG agenda in partnership with UNDP, and we're also strengthening the ecosystem related to impact investing, working together with the National Advisory Board and the global team at GSG. Bringing together these 3 pillars and connecting them is what we call the impact ecosystem. We did this and we launched this conversation a few months ago in a very successful summit that we launched called the 2030 Summit, with more than 2,500 participants around the country. And we brought together more than 100 speakers from industry and various sectors to discuss how we can build this. And what we discussed is how we can tie impact investing to some of the key challenges and some of the key goals that we're setting ourselves in the Colombian development agenda. Some of these goals have to do with the protection of our biodiversity. Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world. What we can do to strengthen gender equality, what we can do to strengthen youth employment opportunities, what we can do to strengthen peace building and close gaps in the regions of the country that have been most affected by conflict in the past few years. And last but not least, what we can do from the impact investing point of view to incorporate a large migrant community coming from Venezuela, which we're welcoming into our country, how we can use impact investing as a tool to promote entrepreneurship with the migrant population and turn Colombia into a nation that puts entrepreneurship and innovation at the service of these goals and these development priorities. We like to think that if we use innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology innovation at the service of this goal, we can build an agenda that is called sustainability. President Iván Duque has really set a bold vision for our country and has invited us to turn Colombia not only into a hub for entrepreneurship and innovation, but entrepreneurship and innovation with a vision of sustainability. And the combination of those two worlds is what we are calling sustainability. So that is the direction in which we're going, and that is the direction in which we would like to invite you to join us in terms of promoting joint investments, in terms of building a pipeline of new deals, and of course, in terms of dreaming big. This is the last picture and the last message that I want to close with. This is a picture that we took approximately a month ago in Tel Aviv, in Israel, where we opened in the state of Israel the first international office of iNNpulsa in this vision of connecting our ecosystem globally. And this is a picture at the Paris Center for Peace and Innovation, which really sparked a conversation among ourselves of how we can put innovation at the service of high goals that we are setting ourselves as a society. I have described some of those goals and hope to work together with many of you from iNNpulsa and from our ecosystem to continue strengthening Colombia as an impact nation and as a nation that puts sustainability at the center of its agenda. Thank you so much for this invitation, and I hope the rest of the agenda develops in an excellent manner. So long.